Hey there, Heretic. I'm Rishi Kular, Head of Product, and today I'm excited to show you a new feature in Heretic's Pythagoras release called Custom Connectors. Let's get started. In this walkthrough, the problem I'm trying to solve is that I have a data set of contracts, each of which has a cover sheet, a modification summary report. And these reports are essentially forms with key information, like IDs related to the documents, the parties, the title. There's even a table here with more information around the modification, and then we have the start and end date and other information in this document, all of which I want extracted into fields. But I do want to minimize the time and cost associated with manual review, so instead of having reviewers go into the Heretic viewer and select text and send it to a field, I want a machine learning model to auto-extract data from this form and put it right into fields. And custom connectors is the feature in Heretic that's going to get me there. So whether it's Amazon Text Direct or Microsoft Azure Cognitive Services, Google Cloud AI, or any other external machine learning service that has an API, custom connectors allows you to consume the results of those models within Heretic seamlessly, and that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. And in this demo, we're going to be connecting to Amazon Textract. And more specifically, we're going to be leveraging their form extraction and table extraction features. And note that they do have other services like handwriting recognition, invoices, and receipts, but again, we're going to be focused on form and table extraction for this walkthrough. My first step is to go to the Heretic Model tab, create a new Heretic model. I'll give my model a name. I'll select External Analysis. And the external API endpoint is simply a URL to the app you build to connect to the external machine learning service. I'm going to edit the body. Now you can think of this external API body as simply the information that AWS Textract needs in order to do its work. In this case, it needs the artifact ID, the native file type, and it needs the actual native. And in this case, we have a Heretic native field that is essentially base64 encoding of the native that we send up to AWS Textract for it to do its form extraction work. I'm going to save. Now the next step is to choose an object to populate. And in this case, I've created a custom object for these cover sheets. And I'll save. And once I'll save, I'll see that there's this sort of mapping here, and if I click edit, and here I can paste the response from the AWS service. And you can sort of think of this response as saying, these are the columns we care about, these are the key value pairs we care about. We don't want you just to return all of the extractions, but we want to filter them to the specific use case at hand. And so that's what this sort of JSON string is doing. And if I just click generate properties, it'll automatically generate these properties that I can now map to fields on that cover sheet object. Now in this case, I've already done this, so I'm just going to go back and show you a model that has already been created and fully mapped. So in this case, I've already mapped the information, so all of the response properties are mapped to fields on my cover sheet object. My next step is to add this model to an analysis profile, which I've already done. So if I click into this analysis profile, under external analysis, I'll see that custom connectors model that I just created. The last step is, of course, to run the analysis. So I'll go to the analysis set tab, and here I've just created a new analysis set, and I've pointed it to the analysis profile we just created, and the data set that I'd like to run it on, and I ran it on these 10 documents. So for the final part of this walkthrough, I do want to just evaluate the results, and we'll just hop into the Heretic viewer and see how it did. So I'll head back to the Documents tab, and I'll click into one of these documents. And here I have my cover sheet object that I've added to this layout. If I click Edit, I'll see that the contract number, the revision number, specification number, the name of the contractor, the city department, the title, right? All of this information, even this table, are accurately auto-populated into these fields. And furthermore, we are hyperlinking these highlights to these fields so that when you click them, you're able to navigate to the correct information. So this is an example of form extraction with AWS Textract, but I did also want to show table extraction. Going back to my document list, I can click into a document that has a table. And similar to the form extraction use case, I created my custom connectors model, and I mapped the response properties to the fields on this table's object. And so I just wanted to look at the results. Same process setting it up, but in this case, you'll see that we've extracted a table. And so this is a certificate of liability insurance, and the information we were interested in was the type of insurance, the policy number, the effective date, the expiration date, and then each of the limit names with the associated limit amount. And so if I just click into this first row, we can see that we've extracted the insurance type, the policy number, the effective date, the expiration date, this each occurrence limit name, and the limit amount. And so this is an example of table extraction in addition to form extraction, which I showed earlier. And this is really exciting because when you think across a larger data set, the amount of time and cost you would save with manual review and just the projects you'll be able to win with these sort of table and form extraction capabilities is really exciting for the product. And the world of ML models is, of course, not limited to just form and table extraction, so the sky is really the limit as far as the machine learning services you can now leverage inside of your Relativity workspaces, thanks to Heretic's custom connectors. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you next time.